Hello and welcome to the France 24 interview. My guest today is Alia al-Hathloul. She is the sister of Loujain al-Hathloul, a well-known Saudi women's rights activist who has been in prison for over a year. Thank you very much for coming on the France 24 set.
Thank you.
So your sister has been in jail for a year, nearly a year now. She's been charged essentially for her ties with NGOs, foreign diplomats, foreign journalists, and for her activism, a well-known activism. She was already jailed for a short period back in 2014. What you've learned through your parents, through the visits of your parents, is the treatment she has received essentially for several months. Can you tell us more what you've learned through your parents in recent months?
Yeah, sure. So we talked about torture. We write about torture. But today I would like to show you, you need to understand what torture means. You need to feel it. So imagine yourself that you are arrested. You spend several days in prison. You don't know why. And in the middle of the night, people come and take you from the cell, from your cell. They put you in the car, in the trunk of the car. It looks like they are doing something illegal. They were whispering, they are talking very slowly, and they took her to a place, a very mysterious place. She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know what is this place. She doesn't know to whom this place belongs. And in this mysterious place, she was there in a cell or in a room. Other people also, she believes that the same people who were arrested with her at the same day, and
other activists,
almost 7 people, few men and most of them women. And in this palace or this hotel that she thinks was a hotel, they lock her in a room, and sometimes, every day, several times per day, they take her to another place where they torture her. And when I say torture her, they are having fun. They are laughing at her. They attach her hands and legs and they electrocute her. Some of them, they say, hey, come on, more and more. Some of them, they said, over her head. Try to electrocute her over her head. And some of them say, no, 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 please don't. And it's not only this. It's also sometimes they come in the middle of the night in her room, they wake her up, or sometimes she wake up and see there's a man sleeping next to her, trying to touch her body, trying to, all the time they are...
So she was sexually abused.
She was sexually abused, and they were so much obsessed with sex most of the time. They are all, when they speak with her, they are all their only obsession. And it's not only that, it is every day. Sometimes, she thinks they close the door and she thinks, okay, it's gone, it's over for the day. Few minutes later, they come with more and more, and you think that they are torturing her in order to give them information. No, it was only the first day. They ask her for information. They ask her, you did this, you did that. Of course, she will say yes. I mean, she cannot resist. But sometimes it looks like it is a session to have fun, and they are enjoying.
Who is they? Who is they?
We don't know. We don't know they. However, one day she was in a place. There were several men. It was during Ramadan, the holy month for Muslims, where they are not allowed to eat during the day, and they have their sandwiches, hamburgers, and they are forcing her to eat with them. And when they force her to eat, she was going to throw up. And at the same time, they are trying to touch her, and they are trying to in a sensitive places. And there was a man who was supervising those men, and he is enjoying very much the scene. And this man, he has a very high position. He has very high ranked. He is a high advisor, and he is.
He is an advisor to whom?
Yeah, he is. I can say his name. He is. She recognized him. It was Saud al-Qahtani, and he was
A close lieutenant of the Crown Prince,
exactly.
Mohammed bin Salman.
Yes.
Who has also been accused of playing a key role in the murder of the journalist Ramal Khashoggi in Turkey.
I believe so, but I don't know about the Khashoggi case. But I know that.
But this is where his name became.
Yes, but
known.
at least I know that Saud al-Qahtani was there, was supervising his men, was encouraging his men to be more and more aggressive, to take advantage of my sister, to break her down. And one time he said to Loujain that, you know, you didn't see anything. Next time I will kill you. I will cut you in small pieces. I will throw you in the sewage system. No one would know about you. But before that, don't forget that I will rape you. And he was insisting with this. So you have to imagine the torture. It's not only physical, but also mental torture. And you can feel that your fate depends on the mood of one man.
Right. Obviously, those are very, very serious allegations.
It's not allegations, the truth.
It's what she told your parents.
Yes.
I imagine in a country like Saudi Arabia, where women issues are sensitive issues, where sex is a deeply sensitive issue.
Exactly.
Even her, as an activist, as someone who has maybe a modern outlook, it was very difficult for her to tell your parents about this.
Yes, and the first time she told them about the physical abuses, about the electrocution, about the waterboard. How to say it?
Was there waterboarding?
Yes, waterboarding.
Waterboarding became infamous for by its use by the U.S. in several places.
And it wasn't known in Saudi Arabia. I mean, I learned that recently that they
so
use
she was
it.
waterboarded?
Yes, and for sexual harassment, she smoothed the situation.
With your parents?
With my parents. But later on, when she felt that she was supported, because she didn't want, maybe, I don't know why, but maybe she didn't want to harm them. She didn't want to worry them more. So she tried to give them very slight information. And later on, when she felt that she can have their support and they are very willing to help her, because they encourage her to speak up, and she told them more and more. And sometimes, you know, she wants to talk only to my mom, or when my father was here, and he say, you know, you are my daughter, what happened to you, you're still my daughter, and I will try to help you.
Has this situation improved? I understand this took place in a secret location near Jeddah. She has now been transferred to a prison in Riyadh.
Now,
your parents saw her very recently.
Yes, 2 days ago, and her health is getting better, because when they used to
mistreatment has stopped.
Yeah, we believe so. I mean, the physical abuse and the torture stopped in August.
Right. You have decided, your brother who's based in Canada, to speak out after deciding to remain silent despite learning all this dreadful information from your sister. Why are you deciding to speak out? I should add that your family, your parents, you also have siblings still in Saudi Arabia, are now banned from traveling outside the country.
We were all the time advised not to speak.
By whom?
By our relatives, by friends.
Not by Saudi officials?
Indirectly, maybe. We don't know. But people that we know, someone who has his son placed in somewhere. And we believed it ourselves before we
get... It was better for her to...
Yeah, we said silence, it's the best protection for her. Because, you know, if we speak up, we might complicate her case. So we said, okay, we remain silent. We trust the institutions. We know that if she was mistaken, she will be charged, and she will have a fair trial. And after that, we learned that she was tortured and she was threatened to be killed. And I say, if I lose my sister, what else can I lose? So I said, my silence didn't protect her. My silence the worst thing happened to her when I was silent. So I decided to speak up. And I was hesitating to go public. I was saying, is it the right thing to do or not? And I was all the time hesitating till recently. Now I'm sure, I don't know what is her fate. I don't know if she what is going to happen to her.
The trial is ongoing.
Yeah, it's still ongoing. But I know one thing, that if I stop speaking, I won't protect her. I speak up in order to protect her from torture and physical abuse. And this is, I owe her. So I need to protect my sister.
She wrote you a letter?
She wrote, when she was in the trial, she wrote Alia, and she named all my siblings, Yazid, Walid, Najd, Lina. Thank you very much, or what can I be without you? So I feel that she needs this support, and she feels that she is. We can help her, and I will tell her if one day she sees this, I will speak up till she can be with us.
Okay, Alia al-Hathloul, thank you so much for this very moving testimony about your sister who has been in jail in Saudi Arabia for nearly a year now. Thank you for watching this edition of The Interview here on France 24.
Je regarde France 24 parce qu'en tant qu'étudiante en sciences politiques, ça me permet de rester à jour sur les informations dans le monde, sur les conflits, les débats politiques, tout ça.
الاختلاف بين فرانس 24 والقنوات التانية في المحتوى المتنوع وفي التوجه الأقرب للحيادية.
I like their coverage, especially with the news and the politics, but also I like the cultural aspect, because that, me as a Kenyan, I get to learn a lot about Francophone, Africa, Francophone in general, whether it's in Europe or here, just from France 24.
France 24 m'aide à voir une perspective plus complète du monde et à comprendre différentes langues et différentes cultures.
France 24, with you everywhere, all the time.